What's going on, my friends? SeanPierceJohnson here with this week's edition of Stompbox Saturday, and on the stompin block this week we have the Quadrant Audio Mirror from Alexander Pedals. I think Audio Mirror might be the coolest name for an echo pedal that I've ever heard. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But, you know, digital technology has done wonders for guitar effects over the course of the last, just 10 years even. If you're someone like me who likes simplicity over sort of super computer tweakability, then the Quadrant is definitely one that you need to take a look at. It crams 4 different effects into a very simple to use package that you can basically call up any great delay tone in a matter of moments. So let's go ahead, throw the pedal up on the screen, and take a look at the controls and what we're working with. As you can see, it's pretty simple. We have a mix knob, which of course will set the wet-dry blend, a time knob for the amount of echo that we want, a feedback to give us how much echo we want, and then a modulation adjustment, which is essentially going to be the depth of what you hear. Now, in various modes, that's going to affect the delay tone in a different way. But the great thing about Alexander is that they've really crammed a lot of extra features under the hood of the pedal. So where you might think, oh, this is going to be difficult to find, it's not. It's actually really easy. In the middle, you have your mode selection switch, when you can select between a magnetic tape echo, a bucket Brigade delay, analog delay, a digital delay, and a lo-fi delay. But if you hold down on that button and turn any of the 4 knobs that you see on the face of the pedal, you get access to the secondary function, and you can see those in the parentheses right underneath their primary function. So the level will allow you to adjust the output level of the pedal. The tone will be able to shape the tone of the repeats of your echo. The glide, that's really interesting. It has something to do with the ramping and the way that your delay time changes. And then the rate, it means you can adjust the rate of the modulation. So if you wanted a little extra warbly, you can very easily do it. Not to mention, you can save presets on this pedal. You can hook it up to an expression pedal or the Neo foot switch that Alexander Pedals makes. This is really quite a package, and it's very simple to use, and we are going to dive in and check out all the delay modes, and I'll show you a couple of sounds that I've conjured up myself. So let's get right into it. Let's check out Mag. Mag is a really fantastic sounding tape echo emulation. Pardon the itchy nose there for a second. But what I really love is the extra features that you have control over, which to me, the ones that really make the most difference are the tone control and the rate control. Now, tape has wow and flutter, which can essentially be equated to chorus and vibrato. Now, what you can do is you can use the rate, press and hold down on that switch, start turning the mod knob. Say we want to make it really slow. release. That modulation setting is saved. Now let's hear how that makes a difference to the delay sound. Or maybe you want that a little faster. Again, press and hold, turn it to where you want it. Let's just try 12 o'clock. You can really hear that warble in and out of pitch. It's really nice. Now, the tone affects kind of the age of the tape. At a full clockwise setting, it's going to be like a new tape reel. So that's what you're actually hearing right now. Now let's turn it down. Go to 12 o'clock, release, and there we go. You can hear that some of that fidelity has gone away. Ooh, it's so murky and so nice. Let's see if we can do what we usually are able to do with an analog delay. We can, sort of. So what if you really want to get that kind of vibe of an analog delay where you can do this whole spaceship whooshy thing? Here's what you do. Press and hold down on select. Now, this is where glide comes into play. If it's below 12 o'clock and towards 12 o'clock, it's going to change, sort of crossfade the time change. But if you want to get that real wacky spaceship thing going on, turn it past 12 o'clock. Just to be safe, I always turn it up all the way. Let go. And now, here's what you can do. You can basically make your own dubstep with it. So who needs a laptop? If you can't guess what dig is the actual digital delay mode on the Quadrant Audio Mirror. And I kind of dig it. It's kind of got that like early digital thing going on, which some people love, some people don't. I happen to love. It's got that super clarity thing. There's a charm to it. I dig it. But tone control comes in real handy here if you want something just a little bit darker, not quite so bright. So you can get that whole like 80s pop thing going on. You can even make it a little darker if you want. And this is a really good mode to show you guys the tap tempo thing. There's 3 different subdivisions of the tap tempo. With the blue LED, you can have the quarter note, but say you want to change it to the dotted 8th note. Hold down on the tap switch. See the green light? That lets you know that now you're in the dotted 8th subdivision. So you can go ahead for something like... Next to Mag Lo-Fi is my second favorite mode on the Quadrant. There's something about the imperfection of it that just makes it so perfect. So let's check it out. Now to get a little bit more lo-fi. There you have it, my friends. That is the Quadrant Audio Mirror from Alexander Pedals. Man, digital technology is just doing wonders for the effects pedal game these days, taking sounds of yesterday and bringing them to today, taking those hard-to-find pieces like your tape echoes and classic analog units and putting them into small, compact packages and putting them at a price point that most players can afford. That's a really big plus for the digital game. And quite frankly, the debate will always rage on whether digital will ever surpass analog. I'm just happy that the digital approximations of the analog equipment are starting to get so good. And Alexander is definitely at the top of that short list of digital companies doing the analog replication right. So I'm having a lot of fun with the Quadrant. There are tons of features to this thing that make it just supremely flexible. I dig it. I'm into it. And I want to know what you guys thought. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the Quadrant Audio Mirror. And please click that subscribe button when you see it so you don't miss next week's episode of Stompbox Saturday. Thank you all so much for joining me. And until next time, my friends, I'm SeanPierceJohnson, and I wish you all great tone and happy stomping. Cheers. Hey everyone, thanks again for watching this week's episode of Stompbox Saturday. If you like what you saw, join me today by clicking that little subscribe bubble. And if you want to see more videos on my channel, go ahead and click the little boxes to the left and right of that bubble. It might be fun. You never know. You might learn something too. Thanks again, everyone, and I'll see you real soon.